before I play this last piece, I wanted to share with you why I'm up here and how I got here. So it has to go back 4 years ago when I first got into Michigan, and I actually applied for both LSNA and music school. And secretly, I wanted to just get into the LSNA and not to have to worry about hours of practice. But yeah, I was asking God to give me that, but God didn't, and He gave me the opposite. I did not get into LSNA, but I got into the music school, and I dreaded coming because I knew everybody was so good. But yeah, first year was really interesting. It was really, really happy, and it was just everything was really happy, and sunshine, and classes were really awesome, and they're like really, really eye-opening, and I just had a great time here, and I was able to establish the math major for second year. And second year, all of a sudden got so hard with math and piano together, and I started comparing myself to my peers, and they were so good. And I told one of my peers, I said, I didn't practice for 3 years in middle school because I was in China, and things are just really busy. This friend said, Jean, I did nothing but practice in middle school. So I felt just great about myself. But yeah, second year was really hard. I wanted to give up. And people around me were all encouraging me to give up because it's just really hard. I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't playing, I was just, stressed out all the time. And so I started praying. I was really about to give up, but I was scared. What if God doesn't want me to give up? So I started praying, and I prayed about this scholarship. And I said, God, if you give me a scholarship, then I'll stay in the music program. So I applied, and 3 weeks later, I got a small letter. And I got both acceptance letter and rejection letter from Michigan. And acceptance letter is like this big. Rejection letter is this big. So I got a small letter, and I was like, oh, I guess God doesn't want me to continue with piano. And I opened it, it says, congratulations, we're pleased to offer you this amount. It's not even, that much to cover everything, but it just shows, God is like, see, Jean, I don't want you to give up. And so I was pulling teeth. Okay, God, I guess I have to go through this semester. And so I finished sophomore year fine, and by God's grace, I, passed my junior standing, something that's really big in music school. So end of sophomore year, during the summer, I started praying again because I was taking math classes alone. And I was saying to God, well, God, life without practicing felt so good. And only just doing math felt so good. And, God, maybe you just want me to finish 1 year. When we finish the sophomore year, you just want me to persevere through the end. So I started praying again. And during morning prayer at our church, I said, it was a Thursday, I said, God, if you don't want me to give up, tell my teacher to send me an email by the end of this week. And then, faithless as I am, I said, okay, God, by the end of the summer, I don't think you can do end of week. And so Thursday, after morning prayer, I went home, took a nap, got up, ready for classes, and I was like, let's check my email. There we go. That was my teacher's email. That day, slapped in my face, and God is like, Jean, you're so faithless, but here I am showing you. For the whole summer, again, I was dreading, thinking that junior year, I'm going to do this again, math and piano, tugging, and, both sides. And this one day I was teaching in the summer, teaching my student, and she just wanted me to play for her. And I haven't touched the piano for so long, but I still decided to play. As I was playing, in my mind, I just heard God speaking, Jean, you love this so much. How can you give up? And so, I think that just made the call for me to say, I'm going to persevere through all the way to the end of college. And so, coming junior year was really hard again, but I finally understood the reason why God wanted me to stay here and in the music school, because He wanted me to grow in my character. And practicing practicing grows so much of the discipline part and grows a lot. And even just day-to-day practice, small pieces and even very small mistakes. Do I sit there and go through my whole piece, go through everything, pretend nothing happened? Do I sit there, tackle that one measure for 20 minutes, or do I walk away for an hour and come back with the same problem? And I realized God is telling me, Jean, this is your life. This is a microcosm of your life because it reflects how you deal with your problems in life. And yeah, I got to learn a lot about myself, a lot about God. And yeah, junior year was really hard, but I would not have traded it for anything. And senior come again, and there's a lot of things that just hit, and academic, practicing, job hunting, and all these different things, and just they all take time, and just so hard to juggle everything. But even though it was so hard, God is so near. And He is so good in my life. So yeah, so this is the reason why I'm finishing up here, and this is my senior recital. And so for this last piece, it's actually composed by a professor. He retired in 2008. His name is William Bolcom. He taught composition here. And it's a really cool piece. It's one of the pieces from his series, Garden of Eden. And this piece is called The Serpent's Kiss. And it just reminded me so much of the book of Genesis, chapter 3 in the Bible. And it's talking about the fall of human being, Adam and Eve's story. So, and I came up with a whole storyline. I wanted to somehow show it, but I'm really not artistic. So that's not something that I would come up with. But I have a friend, Uri, and I asked her to draw all the stories that I came up with. So she did on her leisure time, and thanks, Uri. And yeah, so we're gonna synchronize the story with the piece. So hopefully you enjoy.